Good morning, Mizzou fans. Welcome back, PM in the AM for Friday, May 23rd. Talking some more preseason football chatter and rankings and speculation, which is what we've got for the next, 2 to 3 months. Look, I've been pretty adamant over the years that I don't think rankings in college football mean a whole lot on May 23rd. But if there's anybody I pay attention to out there, it's Bill Connolly at ESPN. He does the SP Plus rankings. He came out with an update to those on Thursday afternoon. Missouri checks in at number 21 in the country, which I think is fair. Somewhere in that range. I could see a few spots lower. If things go well, I can see a few spots higher, but I don't see Missouri being picked higher than that in the preseason. But Bill's metrics have them at number 21. Now, that also has them at number 11 in the SEC. I think finishing 21st in the country would be a solid expectation. I also think finishing 11th in the SEC would be a little bit of a disappointment. So we'll see where that goes. But here's what I want to talk about. This is really kind of going to be a repeat of last year's, I think, build up in preseason. All year last year, all summer, Missouri was viewed as a top 15 to 20 team in college football. And the narrative generally was this is a team that, may not have that top end ability, but because of the schedule, we're going to put them in that playoff conversation. Obviously, it kind of played out that way for Missouri, right? 9-3, they beat most of the teams they should have, lost to A&M, South Carolina, and Alabama. Now, this season, right now, Bill Connolly has Missouri's schedule as the 25th toughest in the country. So this is not an easy schedule by any means. However, 25th in the country means that Missouri's schedule ranks 16th in the Southeastern Conference. By SP Plus, every other team in the SEC has a more difficult schedule than Missouri. Missouri will play number 2, Alabama, then number 15, 16, and 17 in Texas A&M, Oklahoma, and South Carolina. 3 of those 4 games are going to be at home. Missouri's season is really going to come down to, can you split those games? Can you go 2-2 in those games and then win all the other games, which you're going to be favored in, you should win. If that's the case, Missouri's going to be 10-2, and we're going to be talking about a playoff team. It really kind of makes me wonder, hey, are we looking at the best chance Missouri's going to have to be a playoff team? And that doesn't mean there won't be chances in the future, especially if we're going 16 teams and 4 in the SEC. I think Missouri will have its chances over the next few years. But the schedule is going to change in 2026. Whether that means 9 conference games, we don't know. But certainly, I don't think Missouri is going to have the easiest schedule in the Southeastern Conference going forward. Again, it's not an easy schedule. You are in the SEC. This is what you signed up for. I am not comparing this to Iowa State's schedule or to Virginia Tech's schedule because they're not in those leagues. We can only compare them to the teams that are in the SEC. And by most metrics, I would expect that Missouri is going to have the easiest predicted road through the Southeastern Conference. You got to play some good teams because, again, there's 11 of them in the top 21, 12 in the top 25. Math says you're going to have to play at least half of them. So Missouri's schedule is never going to be easy, but in relation to its conference peers, once again, this kind of looks like, hey, there's an opportunity here. Can Missouri take advantage of it? Couldn't quite do so last year. And the reason, because those 4 toughest games last year, they didn't split them. They went 1-3. The key to this year, split those 4 games. That is Alabama, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Texas A&M. If you want to throw Auburn in there and say you need to go 3-2 in those, that's fine. I can live with that. But that's really what the season is going to come down to. I think the preseason talk is very similar to last year. It is going to be schedule driven to some extent. Missouri fans, I'm sure, will get offended by that. We don't have an easy schedule. All that, you're right. You don't have an easy schedule. But for an SEC team, you've got a schedule that says, hey, there's an opportunity here. We'll find out if Missouri can take advantage of it. Thanks for hanging out all week. plenty coming on Power Mizzou, 4 o'clock today. SLU linebacker / safety Keenan Harris make an announcement. We're going to be following that, have coverage of that, obviously, if it goes Missouri's way. So hang out here, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and come join us on the message boards and read everything we're doing over at the site. We will be back on here next week with another week of PM in the AM.